Hello, everybody. It's the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and today in this episode of the Typical Manga Review. We're going over Inside Mari, Chapter 51, Flashback. And we open up with Mari returning home, and just her mom's wondering why she's so late. But I just stopped somewhere along the way, nothing more. And
Very emotionless. You can feel it's a manga, so you're reading it, but you can really feel the emotionless coming from her voice, it's as if it was an anime, you know?
yeah. Same time though, in the very next chapter, the brother's like, "Oh, welcome home," and she almost seems to react to that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, her brother is like the only I feel like the normal one out there, because he's the one who's who feels like you think he knows more about Mari, but at the same time it's not like the dad or the mom who's just like creepy, you know?
Yeah, he's like relatively innocent, is what it is.
Relatively
probably.
innocent, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, she's in her bed. She's wondering how her body just seemed to move by itself when kissing Yori.
Yeah.
And she's thinking to herself, did Mari in that body do that?
Yeah.
Let's go with that for the moment. Sure, why not?
Well, I mean, if you remember correctly, didn't they say that Mari didn't actually do anything to Yori other than hug her? Like, they actually were pretty explicit about that.
I do remember. I didn't think that. Maybe but that could be why they're thinking about that. Like, Isao thinking that Mari is in there and wanting to do more.
But, oh, okay, yeah. If he's thinking to himself, not do that in the past, but like in that specific incident, last chapter, was that Mari somehow taking back possession of the body, and then doing that. I think that's what he's saying. Yeah.
Yeah, and then does the brother have a name, by the way?
What name?
Her little brother.
I don't remember. We don't really.
Nah, me neither. Yeah, I'm just wondering because I didn't want to know if he had a name.
Call him brother. Call him brother.
Yeah, fair enough. And at the end point, brother comes knocking on the door, asking to come in. Then they kind of talk for a little while. It's like he actually asked if he wants to play games just because they haven't done so in a while.
Yeah, and he's like, "Come on, let's play. Let's put you in a better mood." And if it's playing FIFA, then he'll probably definitely put him in a better mood.
Nah, it looks more like Contra actually. We see it on the next couple of pages because he pulls it out and it's like, "Oh, this takes me back. Let's go play this." Or it could be Metal Slug. I don't know.
Well, actually, the interesting part is he says he says this brings back memories, but when he says this brings back whatever. When he says this brings back memories, that means his memories or quote unquote Mari's memories. Because remember, this game is what he.
That could go either way because Isao is a gamer.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, the way Mari's looking at it and how her brother is reacting, it's as if she's talking about the memories that they were together with him. Yep. Like we don't know. That's the thing. Maybe you remember he has these really weird memory. The memories come back and he doesn't really sometimes notice that they are back. You know how he talked about how he talked about Mari with Yori. Mm-hmm. Like he didn't really understand that those are not his memories until Yori pointed it out to him.
Yeah. And
that's because she knew that there was a difference. Her brother doesn't. So maybe these are the memories specifically about her and her brother. Which again, but we don't know. Yep. I could be thinking way too much into this. It could be a hint, or it could just be
Yeah, we'll have enough. We'll have enough by the end of this. We'll have enough by the end of this to kind of worry about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're having a good time. They actually are playing games apparently when Mario was in grade school, they used to play games a lot like this, and those are the good times. Nothing to worry about. Not like us in our geezer years, huh, Mr. 20-year-old?
I'm so old.
Yeah. Anyway, the brother asked if Mari's all right. Cause you're moping around these days. I'm worried about you.
You know what I noticed though? It was when she actually the real Mari. Because let's face it, when she was in elementary school, there was no Isao, right? This was actually Mari, and the fact that she did actually play video games before all that crap happened, or at least before a lot of this crap happened, which kind of caught my attention a bit, So anyway, we're gonna move on to her interacting with the brother, and she puts a hand on his head and messes with his hair a bit, kind of like a sisterly, brotherly type of thing.
Yep.
And he's just like, I don't know who I am anymore. And then her brother is probably just like, he doesn't understand, but she says, "You're you, yes, yeah, you're you, sis." And yeah.
And this actually prompts Mari to start looking, or Isao to start looking through the old photo albums, like ones you can see pictures of when she was little.
I'm actually curious as to why Mari wants to see pictures of when she was little. Is she trying to figure out the life of the original Mari, trying to because this is basically the only evidence of Mari at this point, other than Yori.
Yep.
And of the real Mari probably, and even then, does Yori even know the real Mari? So, So they find the pictures, and you actually see a picture of the family, and they actually look pretty happy. They look like a
Yep.
normal, average family.
Yep. Just having family days, like summer festivals, like beach time to the beach, Disneyland.
It's a typical nuclear family,
Yep. Which means there's something really screwed up somewhere in there.
probably.
And in fact, we're coming up on that right now because like one of the last thing we find on there is a picture that's been torn up and then taped back together.
Yeah. And then of course this is interesting because she says that the picture is is of Fumiko, and we have obviously never heard of Fumiko before.
Well, the Fumiko's in a flashback.
No, that's what I'm saying, but we never had any reference to her before, like any hints.
Yeah. Cause I was actually wondering, it's hard to tell because the way it's obscured there, but that's not. No, I was thinking that's not Mari when she was little because like the hairstyle is different.
I was
Hair's
thinking that
more of a
might be her
bob.
dad. I at first thought that was her dad, but her dad didn't have the same hair
Mhm.
because it's curly. It's really curly.
Mhm.
But so the person says it's in a car. Wow.
Like a Ferris wheel or something.
Ferris wheel. Yeah, Ferris wheel. I was going to say car wheel for some reason. I don't know why. And the person says, "We're up really high, aren't we, Fumiko?"
Mhm.
And then Mari starts crying.
And even Mari's not sure what's happening with that.
Okay, well this is tricky. Okay, so first off, I think the first thing we have to talk about is the pictures.
Yeah.
The fact that she's smiling in every single one of them, and she's doing it with her family. It's really, I think, the way that it was drawn, especially with the one with her dad and her brother, but specifically her dad, like, it seems like she's genuinely happy.
Yep. I mean, the only picture she's not smiling in is the one where it looks like she's just coloring, and that could just be her focused.
Yeah, and her with her in preschool for the first time, her mother being winking, which is kind of interesting.
Yep.
Which shows you that she's also very happy, and her brother being born, and her drawing, coloring, and it just seems like genuine. This is probably to show us that Mari, this is the real Mari, but this is also the real Mari before any of that crap happened. So maybe this is Mari who really enjoyed her life.
Yep.
Before, I guess maybe before the pressures of adolescence and
Yep.
eventually adulthood.
Yeah,
And,
like
but
the
then-
little brother said that was the time.
Yeah.
Of course, the question here is, what's the deal with Fumiko?
Yeah. Well, see, the weird part of Fumiko is that if for anyone who's seen this panel, Fumiko looks exactly like the way Mari did.
That was what threw me off as well, and that gave me at least one or two little ideas on that point. Because like I'm wondering if this might be a case where, I don't know, I'm not quite trying to explain. It's like if almost like something happened, there was a Fumiko, or okay, here we go.
Like an original personality, like an original split personality or something. Like
Maybe
like Mari has always had like a split personality, and maybe this for whatever reason this one disappeared, or maybe
Well-
this is like a twin sister that no one ever wants to talk about. I don't know.
Or alternatively, like there was a Mari, something happened to Mari, and for some reason Fumiko ended up being raised as Mari.
Interesting, yeah, but they look exactly alike. Oh, you're right. But before that, the Mari would have may have looked different. Okay, I see. What you're
Okay.
saying.
Yeah, like the original. If there is an original Mari, like I don't know, like
Yeah, we have almost no information on this,
Yeah.
except that I guess the key in this one would be why is the picture ripped in half?
right.
But yet,
And there's also
but it was taped back. That's the key. That's another key too. It was taped back.
also we don't have any pictures of Mari as a baby.
Well,
I mean, we're looking at these pictures of when they were little, and we see the little brother as a baby.
arguably, the audience would never be able to tell.
Well, at the very least, there might be like something in the picture, like with her name on it or something.
Probably, but
Or congratulations on your girl or something like that.
yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, if it was the original Mari, we wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Mhm.
Maybe Mari subconsciously could tell the difference, but the audience, due to the way manga is drawn, I mean, we can't even tell if a guy's a girl. Sometimes if a guy is a girl, or guy.
Of course,
So
there's no question that Fumiko's got some relation to Mari, because this is being told as a flashback from her perspective.
yeah. So I mean, Fumiko. But here's nothing. Fumiko is smiling and really happy in this cartwheel, and then yet this person that she's talking to, the face it's a silhouette. The face is being covered.
Right.
What
Which
is,
is kind of ominous.
There's a lot of things. What happened? What's going on? I don't know what the hell's going on. The thing is, though, I do as we just point out, there's a lot of possibilities, but at this point there's nothing that really points us to any specific direction. So anything can go at this point.
Yeah, I said we got too little to go on just yet. I got my own idea of maybe some kind of replacement goldfish situation going on here, or it could just be like this may be the source of the split personalities.
You and your TV tropes.
Yeah. Gotta remember to put a quote on what that one's about when I do this. But yeah, that or like you suggest, this could be like maybe the start of where the split personalities began.
Probably.
In fact, that could work because I mean, think about it. When she started as Fumiko, like something happened, she started calling herself Mari all the time, and the parents just went along with the losing.
Or maybe Fumiko was a split personality that only Mari knew about, and then maybe Fumiko died and she replaced it with Asao. Who knows?
Yeah. Or some kind of imaginary friend situation there too.
Yeah, there's way too it can't be really imaginary because you can actually see her, maybe imaginary in her head, and then no, that just be a split personality though, right? Because a split personality is technically imaginary, right? So because if it's imaginary, why would there be a picture of the imaginary friend?
True enough.
Yeah, so I mean, it can go anywhere. So at this point, that's all I can really say.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we've got too little to move on at this point. Like I said, hopefully the next chapter will give us a little bit more to work with.
Yeah.
Because it looks like we're about to at least go into some kind of flashback mode. So what we'll get in the flashback, I have no idea. I'm wondering if we'll get the whole molestation thing that we've seen theorized kind of off and on with the father. If that's who's the Shadow Man is.
Yeah,
or
well, I mean,
entirely.
I mean, the molestation probably didn't. I mean, first off, he looks creepy, but we don't want a stereotype.
Right.
But at the same time, though, I mean, if the molestation started, it didn't start for a while because again, she did look genuinely happy with her father, you know. So in that picture, as well as with the mother and the brother. But yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, I thought that this manga might end pretty soon, but with this type of new development, we could go on for maybe an extra 20 chapters, you know.
Yeah, definitely got some room in there for it now.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. But like I said, at this point, there's still not enough for us to really work with just yet, but there's definitely some new stuff coming up here in the next couple chapters at least.
Yeah.
Of course, the question is, what will that mean for Mari and I think we can safely say we're pretty much convinced they're psychological issues.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that anybody's under the impression we're under a body swap anymore.
No, I don't think. Well, there are some people probably, but
well, at this point, it's the long shot.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing with Isao pretty much sealed the deal on that, I think.
Yeah, I think Isao actually being like there's an actual Isao in Mari. I think that thing has pretty much been put to bed. As far as not actually outright confirming it, but all the hints, all the clues, all the developments, it's just literally pointing to that. So yeah.
All right. But in the meantime, like I said, that's been our review this week of Inside Mari. Like I said, our other episodes this week are going to be Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto.
Yep.
In the meantime, like I said, if you have any your own theories on where this might be going with Fumiko and Mari, drop them in the comments. Give us a like and subscribe if you like, and like I said, and we'll go through all this together, see how everything develops. Meantime, go ahead and take us away.
Bye.